stops us in our tracks. Bravely we've proven our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are having a good day. It's Thursday, or as my brother would say, shit, which stands for sure happy it's Thursday. I had to remind him of that. He's a fairly funny dude. I stole a lot of stuff from when I was a kid. He's a funny guy. So, difference now is the stuff I steal, I give credit for. I didn't used to do that. What? I was a liar? Me? Yep, believe it or not. So you're going to get to a point in your recovery where people just aren't going to believe that you used to be the way that you used to be. Now, they won't be in recovery, I can tell you that. They'll be like, oh, I believe it because I used to be that way. All right. So, all right. Well, I'm not counting on numbers, chat, anything today because Facebook isn't even letting me know I have notifications at the moment. So I'm not going to rely on anything. I'm going to grab a fan. I blasted the AC, but this isn't quite there yet. So I think you all pretty much know what we're going to be talking about today. It's going to be, pay it forward. God, what's up, kitties? You're all begging for attention. You just wanted the chair. Okay. Like, I didn't want your attention. I just wanted to scratch your chair. I don't know what you're talking about. Tell me I want your attention. He did, but once I said that, he's like, no, it's not what's going on. You don't understand me. Cats are like alcoholics, so I know how to deal with them. Today we're going to be in the 12 by 12 page 151. Thank God they kind of got out of the whole seventh step. I mean, literally, they just talked about 2 pages there for a while. Let's do some introductions. Welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Hey, Amber. Hello. 151 and a bottle of rum. Is it pirate? Is it talk like a pirate? No, that's in September. But we could do this. We could do this. I'm just trying to figure out where that came from. What did I say? Was I speaking like a pirate or so? I don't know. I'm easily confused at this point of the day, so which is the waking up part. Ah, that's why I don't get it. But okay. My kids are where they were anyway, huge Tech 9. So that's where I knew it from. I have no idea what you're talking about, but we're on page 151. That's why it did it. Okay, got it. I knew it sounded familiar, but I don't know enough Tech 9. Lord knows I dropped him off at enough concerts, enough Tech 9 concerts. You probably met him there. I think they went to Cali at one point for the whole gigolo thing and stuff. So, yeah. The only thing I know of them is chicken hunting, and that's not Tech 9. So, at least I know that, right? Hey, you guys, thanks for ruining that for me. You're welcome, Dad. All right. So we're in tradition 5. What? Tradition 5 has to do with those who still suffer. Let's see what we're getting to here. Okay. All right. So, tradition 5, each group has but one primary purpose: to carry its message who still suffers. Each group. We were talking about the group. Okay. Now, when a group doesn't grow together, the group will divide, which is not always a bad thing. Sometimes I've watched a group divide and watched that other group go help a bunch of people, and turned out the other person of the group was holding them back. I've seen it happen. You bet. I've seen all sorts of things happen in AA. Okay. Now, just because they're going to do something else doesn't make it a bad thing. We have different needs. We have different people. You know, where you might enjoy a certain type of meeting, I may not. I may not. You know, sometimes I like to go to meetings where it's a bunch of old people because they talk like me. It's kind of relieving. What you know, AA is full of a lot of younger people, which I think is fucking awesome. I think that's so cool. Great job, by the way. Great job. I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you, young people. There were some people that dropped the ball in AA, and I see you picking it up, and I see what you're doing. Good job. Good job. Okay. Don't let those fucking boomers and Gen Xers tell you you're wrong because you're doing the right thing. They were just too lazy, and they weren't in touch enough with what was actually going on to do something about it. So thank you for that. I notice this shit there. I do. There's a lot of young people coming into these meetings, man. I think it's fantastic. So I'm going to start on the bottom of page 150. Just as firmly bound by obligation are the members of Alcoholics Anonymous who have demonstrated that they can help problem drinkers as others seldom can. The unique ability of each AA to identify himself with and bring recovery to the newcomer in no way depends upon his learning, eloquence, or any other special individual skills. Nope. In fact, the people that we tend to think aren't going to make it will fucking sober up, and they will go out and help all sorts of people. Sometimes they talk weird, they look weird, they have more. These people tend to have more mental illnesses than just alcoholism. Actually, what it is these people are willing to look at these other mental illnesses. That's going to be a big difference. Now, okay, that was, you know, it's. I'll get to that. I'll get to that. It was good, but it didn't fit right there, but I will fit it in somehow. The only thing that matters is that he is an alcoholic who has found the key to sobriety. These legacies of suffering and of recovery are easily passed among alcoholics, one to the other. This is our gift from God, and its bestowal upon others like us is the one aim that animates AAs all around the globe. And this is why I'm always fighting for the fact of one alcoholic helping another alcoholic until we get to them, until we sow in enough willingness that they can change. There should be no professionals involved. No, there shouldn't. It should be one alcoholic talking with another. Now, maybe it's detox and this alcoholic works there. That's okay. That's okay. Now, the God concept's probably not going to come up. Not allowed to talk about it. You have to say things like AUD. I used to get in trouble for that. You got to say AUD. You can't say alcoholic. Fuck you. I'm saying alcoholic. Don't try and tell me how to talk. It's not going to happen. You'll get a fuck you immediately. Immediately. What are you going to do? Fire me? Pay me $16.50. I'm not going to be missing out on anything. Right? But when there's no expectation, when there's nothing there, when it is an altruistic movement, things happen, things change. Okay. Now, I can't get anybody sober. I can't keep anybody sober. Okay. But I can meet them where they are at. I can share my experience and I can hold their hand for a little bit till they get to that step 2 and got to open the door. Yeah, I'm going to hold their hand. You bet. You know, in the beginning, just imagine this person is blind. And in order to find the door of willingness, you have literally got to lead them to it. That's what it's like. There's another reason for this singleness of purpose. It is the great paradox of AA that we know we can seldom keep the precious gift of sobriety unless we give it away. Now, here's the thing. You cannot transmit something you do not have. You can't. And if you have not completed the steps, you can't sponsor, right? But if you've been through steps 1, 2, and 3, you're on 4, you can help somebody with steps 1, 2, and 3. You bet. We call that a closed mouth friend. Yeah, you can do that. You have experience from it. So you could share it. You bet. In fact, it's a little bit fresher with you. So you might be able to help that person a little better than me. It has nothing to do with time. It has nothing to do with eloquence. It has nothing to do with this other stuff. It's just that maybe you can approach them differently than me and it worked. That's all that means. There were times in detox where I was like, I'm not getting through to this person. So I went and asked another person to help me. And they got through to them. Yay. So what? I don't have to be the one. Okay. I am not Neo of the Matrix. I am not Bill W. I'm Dion and I am who I am. I don't need to be more than that because it's enough. Oh, it's more than enough. Dion is more than enough. Just ask my wife. If a group of doctors possessed a cancer cure, they might be conscience stricken if they failed their mission through self seeking. Yet, such a failure wouldn't jeopardize their personal survival. For us, if we neglect those who are still sick, there is an unremitting danger to our own lives and sanities. Okay? Just like I've been talking about this, like lying. Okay? For a non alcoholic, for people that do not drink, lying is, they do not have the same consequences as us. They don't have the same consequences. We have different consequences. That includes good and bad. We get more because you went through more. The only way to get more is to suffer more, which is not a requirement. Okay? It's not a requirement. More suffering is not a requirement. I'll put it that way. Because you already suffered. You wouldn't be listening to me if you weren't suffering. Okay? You wouldn't be here listening to something like this. Under these compulsions of self-preservation, duty, and love, it is not strange that our society has concluded that it has but one high mission: to carry the AA message to those who still don't know that there's a way out. Okay. But everybody knows about AA. No, they don't. No, they don't. I hear what you're saying. AA is a little bit more popular. I'll bring up Alateen, and sometimes people are say, "What's that?" So you tell me, okay? Even last Saturday, I was at a birthday party, and I was talking with a friend of the family, and they've been around us for a while, and things like that. Now they are not in the program; they're a friend of my sister's, has been for a long time. And she said, "Well, I had my understanding that AA is more like a religious program." Mm, see, we have some misinformation here. That's all that is, misinformation. And of course, I'm going to say something. Now, is this on her? No. This means that my sister needs to learn how to tell people what she's doing. I'm kidding. I'm so kidding. I'm so kidding. I hope she watches this. Sorry. Yeah, and I told her, we're based off a religious program. We stole it. We stole it from the Oxford group, which is very, very Christian. And they're still around. Great group. But AA allows any type of religion. So you get to pick your own. So we're more spiritual that way. But we don't go for any particular religion. She's like, oh, that's kind of what I do. Oh, yeah. Really? That's awesome. Good for you. Right? See? Education. All right. We're not going to talk about the Irish customer. I know the torment of drinking compulsively to quiet my nerves and fears. I also know the pain of white knuckled sobriety. Never, ever, ever again. No. Oh, that last year of drinking, I cannot describe I cannot describe the amount of pain, let alone the type of pain. When you are when you are that spiritually sick, it fucks with you physically. I mean, there were parts of me that hurt that I didn't know existed, and it was from head to toe. It's like my body was always buzzing and wanting to get out. No, thank you. Today, I do not forget the unknown person who suffers quietly, withdrawn and hiding in the desperate relief of drinking. I ask my higher power to give me his guidance and the courage to be willing to be his instrument to carry within me compassion and unselfish actions. Let the group continue to give me the strength to do with others what I cannot do alone. So, there's a lot of people out there that they just don't know that there's a way out, or maybe they've been told it, but it was presented the wrong way, or it could be a million different things. But remember that you might be the only sobriety that somebody else ever sees, and if you're not a good example, if you're not the right example, then you might make it worse. Okay, that's why our actions say everything. Our actions say everything. So be a good example. It's the best thing that you can do for the still suffering. Okay. If you have a detox in your area, call them and see if they have any detox meetings. See if they have any AA meetings. If not, start one. Start one. Hey, do you mind if I come on such and such a night? Okay. Now I'm waiting for our detox to be opened here. They said August. That's 5 days away. That's not happening. Haven't heard anything. And yeah, we'll go with don't be a shitty human. And here, I'm going to put one in too. And don't be a dick. Right? So don't be a shitty human. That includes to yourself. And don't be a dick. What a way to end what should be a very spiritual and uplifting. Fuck it. I'm out of here. All right. I love you. Peace out.